die because I called somebody quirkless, but they weren't quirkless, and I was fell down. But this what if is just an experiment what if. This is Midnight's me what if right here. So if it's bad, it's bad. All my what ifs are bad. Let me wet my whistle. I can't whistle. I can like reverse whistle, but I can't whistle regularly. And so we will start this off. This is technically what if Deku was quirkless, but not at the same time, since it's gonna be called what if Deku was the last samurai. Or I don't know, it sounded like a cool name. And so yes, just like main canon, we will start this off with Deku being told the sad news that he is quirkless. But unlike main canon, where Deku cries, he would tell his mother straight to her face is that he will become strong without a quirk and be the first quirkless hero. And Inko said to him that she would help him any way he can. And just like normal, if you want to get strong in this world, like normal what ifs go whenever Deku's quirkless, he would probably be put into martial arts schools. But he would only be there for a year, with him training in the woods, as he would see a man around 60 or 50 or 70, somewhere in those categories. He looks old. Walk up with his blade, as you see him take it in one hand, and he would say something as he would swing it very fast that the blade seems to be gone. As a shockwave would happen, and it would hit this cliff area. As this would happen, water would gush down, creating a waterfall there. And so, Deku would go to Mass if that was his quirk, and the man would say, no, this is a sword technique that is passed down through my family. As Deku would of course try to get him to teach him, but the man would say that he's not old enough or nearly strong enough to do it, so he needs to train. Deku would do this as he would train around the dude, and eventually he learns about his quirk. The man can create phantoms, more specifically phantom blades. He can convert a regular metal blade into one that can slice through people but cause pain but not cuts or wounds. So it's like pretty much hurts you without cutting you. So if you would have kept the blade in your stomach, it would be like if you were stabbed in the stomach, and if you moved it up and down, you wouldn't die, you'd just continue feeling it. They could do all the swinging the swords for a year straight. As a man says that you hang around here long enough, I guess I can teach you the techniques. And he would be taught the techniques for 4 years straight, the usual dueling and all that, weight training, while swinging the sword. But now it's time for his test. Deku has mastered 2 of them and almost mastered a 3rd one. And so the match starts. As Deku would come in, fast as he can, saying misstep, creating an illusion of after image, but moving at him while he appears behind his master, Tinho, that's his name. I forgot to say that, sorry. Of course, the man would say the zone, and he would block the strike behind him as he throws 2 slashes at this seemingly at the same time, swiping for his head, As Deku would see this, he would dash backwards, saying that he's using the zone, which decreases your ability to react. Instead of your brain sending a message to your arm to move, it seems like your arm knows everything that you're supposed to do. And this can be enhanced through years of experience, this ability. So that means Tenho's experience with a sword is converted much quicker. But Deku would of course activate it too, with the vein popping on his head. As he would dash towards them, as they would continue to swing strikes and block them in the weirdest directions. As Deku would use, he was taught it, but it was not a special style. As he would swing his blade, it's about to connect with his master's, but it seemingly, how fast he swings it, it seemingly goes through it. But in reality, he tilted his blade back in such speed that and put it back up for a swing, so that seemingly went through it. But this is whenever Deku would go for a downward slash, as his master would block it, and he would redirect it as he spins, and he would stab Deku through the chest with the Phantom Blade. Pretty much what happened there is that he took all the strength and speed Deku put into that one swing and converted it into his own. And so, this is whenever Deku would fall. Did I forget to mention what the sword style's name is? It's called the Blinding Blade. Just to tell you, I forgot about that, my bad. I was not reading it yet. So yes. So at age 10, wait, did I already do the times too? Yeah, I did, okay. Of course, he had to wake up the next day there, as he would get ready for school, and he would go. The day would go the same, with Bakugo being rude to people, and this time, Deku would see as he would try to bully a kid, as Deku would pull up with a whole stick. No, I say broom. He has a broken broom, how about that? As he tells Bakugo to stop it, and Bakugo says, "What are you gonna do about it, nerd?" Quirkless Deku. As he goes to swing at Deku, Deku would pretty much sidestep it, as he would bring a kick heading towards his face, which he would land, knocking Bakugo back. As this goes on, Deku would decide not to use the broomstick, since he seems to be able to move much quicker than Bakugo, which he's not haven't noticed, but he is much faster than a normal person should be. As he would pretty much get 3 times closer whenever he runs towards Bakugo, then pretty much whenever Bakugo takes 1 step, Deku already took 5 steps. So he'd be right on to him. And this is where he discovers his strength, as he would punch Bakugo in the face and pretty much beat him up like this. As this would happen, Bakugo's lackeys would leave him, as Bakugo says that you must be hiding your quirk. There's no way I could be being by a quirkless person, because even if you have a quirk, I'm the strongest. But Deku would call him weak, and explain that your quirk isn't the strongest. There are plenty of quirks stronger than yours, and that even if you're strong, you cannot be the number one hero because you need a smile. As this would happen, we'll do another time skip of 4 years, so age 14. As it would start with Deku telling his master to sleep, since he is not well. Of course, the master would tell him that he's fine, but after that he would cough and he had to lay down. Deku would tell him to sleep, and as he leaves, Tenho would try to tell him that he needs to tell him something, but Deku couldn't hear it. And so, Deku would go back to school, or go to school, and tells them, yells to him saying that I'll check on you afterwards. As he would go there, this is where everybody hears about who's trying to fly to UA. As the Bakugo and Deku. Nobody knows about the incident of Deku versus Bakugo. Only the lackeys that are not in the middle school know about it. And so, of course, Bakugo never brings it up. But whenever it's time to leave, after Bakugo goes on the chant that he's the best and you think you can do it, quirkless person, he would tell Deku to stay here and talk and all that. And while Deku would say no to him, saying leave me alone, I'm trying to leave. And Bakugo would try to grab him with explosions, as the people that are hanging out after school with him would see as Deku would dodge it, bringing up his fist, throwing it right underneath Bakugo's chin, telling him I win, and he leaves. Of course, Bakugo would get mad and try to yell at him, as he would follow him down the stairs, as they would see him jump down, I would say, like 1, 2, 3, 4, 3 stories, and land on his feet. No, yeah, I'd say 3 stories, something like that, yeah. As people just see somebody just drop down from the 3 stories as they look down, and they wouldn't see nobody since Deku dashed off. And so, as he's walking home, he would run into the sludge villain. Which, the sludge villain would see him and think that he's an easy target. And so you dash towards him. Deku's master quirk is Phantom Blade, and it allows him to, I didn't really explain it much, but he's able to make a blade, not cut somebody, and make it appear. So Deku just put his hand against his fist and pull it out, pulling out a black blade. As he'd swing it, and he would cut the sludge villain, causing the sludge villain to feel massive pain. As this would happen, the sludge villain would yell out, but Deku would tell him, he would say Vanishing Blade, as he would swing, sending a shockwave, which would cut apart the sludge villain and explode him, and would cause the sludge villain to be passed out for a while. As All Might would enter saying that I am here, as you would see Deku with the sword, as he would say thank you, young man, as Deku would say no problem, but whenever All Might looks back at Deku, he sees that he's in a middle school outfit. Since Deku is much taller than he was, I would say he's at least he's like Ida's height. I'd say he's a little bit taller than Mirio, and a little bit smaller than Ida. How about that? Like in that middle region. And so, yeah. So, Deku would walk off, telling, while All Might asks him if you want an autograph, he says that he's in a hurry to see somebody. And so he would go walking off. As All Might would jump off in a hurry, since he's about to turn into Small Might. And then lands, but he would look in his pockets, seeing one of the sludge villains gone. And then an explosion happened. As Deku would get ready to head over there, running across the buildings, and of course land behind the crowd. As All Might would see this, and Deku would hit his hands together as All Might would see a blade appear. And so Deku would pretty much jump up in the air above all people, and he would seemingly jump off, landing, and he would say advanced movement, as he would say misstep. So there's advanced versions of the techniques that Deku's using, and this is one of them, which is just a very strong version of it, as it would create 4 after images as they would move towards the sludge villain, as people think they're like clones or something, as they're also moving pretty fast. But as they would strike at the sludge villain, they would disappear, as Deku would reappear next to the sludge villain, cutting the sludge villain where Bakugo is, and he would grab Bakugo, as the sludge villain would scream in pain, as everybody's confused since he just hurt the sludge villain. As people would see, as he would cut the sludge villain, it would not cut him, his sludge, at all. Instead, the sludge villain would scream in pain. Of course, the heroes tried to get him back, but he would dodge them without looking at them. As right now, because he knows the heroes are trying to stop him, he's using All-Seeing Eyes, which is an advanced version of the zone, where he can predict movements and his perceptions slow down, as well as decrease reactions. So it's pretty much like the most OP mode right now. And so you would not see colors in the state, but all of his other senses would be heightened, and all he can see is a figure that he's targeting. As whenever a hero would try to grab him, he would pretty much dodge it. As he would pull up his blade, which he would put to his side, and he would spin, saying Vanishing Hurricane, which is a advanced version of Vanishing Blade, which is not really a twisting move, but instead it would cause several strikes to happen, and you would pretty much erase almost all of the sludge villain, as it would knock out the sludge villain for longer. As All Might would jump down as the heroes would try to scold him and say that he's a true hero, blah blah blah. As he would not jump off to ask if Deku wants his quirk, because as what he's seen, Deku seems to have some kind of blade quirk that allows him to do enhanced movements. But as Deku would leave and he would go running after the dojo, he would get there as he would see his master would be sitting up, walking towards him with a blade. as he would grab him and lay him back down, as he would tell him that he needs to tell him the final art of their sword style. And this is where I'm ending it off. If you like it, tell me. I'm going to write a couple of these before I do any more, since I did post, 4 o'clock me did post, what villain quirk, and I remember the dude that told me a whole bunch of villain quirks, and that's where I got the darkness one at, and I love all the abilities that he said, so yeah, I'm going to use him. Peace out. Peace.